Another remarkable webinar had taken place, brought to you by Creative Voices Productions, Voice from Home, The Voice Acting Project, and Creative Sound Studios. Gusto kong maging voice talent. The first and only award-winning voice acting book in the Philippines by the voice master himself, the Cholo de Leon Gonzalez. He is the founder of Voice Acting Academy Philippines, the first and only voice acting school in the Philippines that produced the most and the top dubbers, voice talents, and writers in the industry of dubbing and voice acting. Here are some testimonials from those who grabbed the opportunity.
ECQ. Ang madalas nating marinig sa ngayon, pero sa pagkakataong ito, sa gusto kong maging voice talent webinar workshop, ito ay nangangahulugang excellent, creative, quality, at dahil sa availability is the best ability, ika nga na naging isang voice master.
Sa webinar na to, marami akong takeaways. First, voice is ano? 2, difference of voice talent from voice artist. Pangatlo, we are creative, not imitative. At apat, willingness na mag-invest ng time, effort, availability, and money.
So, sa mga importante na mapakinggan ko po, sir, ay yung kapag nag-perform ka, give your best shot, give your best, and
I really enjoy the time that I spent in your course. And thank you very much for imparting your knowledge to everyone.
So, sa apat na oras sa pagbabahagi ng kaalaman tungkol sa pagiging voice artist, marami talaga akong natutunan na kung absorb na learnings. Unang-una na maging creative, huwag lang nakulong sa ideya ng gaya ng boses. Hindi, isipin mo rin mo kung magagawa ng boses mo. Isipin mo rin makakatulog ka talaga sa kapatid.
Sir, na-appreciate ko po yung pagtulong po ninyo sa amin. Lahat ng umatay po sa webinar. Sir, tatatak po yan sa akin at kayo po yung aming tao na tumulong sa amin na nagsisimula po sa ganitong industry.
Ang nag-instill po sa akin ay yung sinabi niyo po, kailangan mong maliwanag. Kailangan mong gamitin ang boses niyo because your voice is unique. Ikaw lang ang meron.
The webinar lasted for 5 hours. That is so So I'm so looking forward to be attending more webinars in the future under the Creative Voices Production.
During the webinar, everyone mixed emotion kasi nandun yung saya, yung excitement, yung kaba, kung ano ba yung mangyayari. However, marami naman tayong natutunan on how to be a effective voice artist. Maraming salamat po sa mga pointers na yun, Sir Joy. Hindi ko po makakalimutan yun.
Doon sa webinar na yun, yung isa talaga sa mga tumatak sa akin doon sa mga quotation ni Sir Joy, huwag mong gawing motivation ang pagkita ng pera, kaya ka nag-voice acting. Huwag natin gawing center nung ating passion and craft yung pera.
More than learning, kailangan creative ka, imaginative ka. Kailangan marunong kang maging maliw. At the same time, matibay dapat yung loob mo. At marunong kang makitungo sa'yo.
So, gusto ko dun sa part na mag-webinar kami. Nakaka-inspire talaga si Sir Joy. Marami kami natutunan sa kanya. Na pagiging humble, ita-treasure ko tong talent na to na binigay ni God na magagamit mo siya sa buhay mo kahit na may ginagawa kang iba.
Ayun nga po, marami pong salamat kay Mr. Pachola Gonzalez. Kasi mga hindi ko makakalimutan, sinabi niya is when you create a vision, it should be your competitor. Kailangan mag-benefit kasi ito doon. And walang sugar ko yung mga sinabi niya. Totoo lang.
Nagkasigal ko sa call center. Isa na akong team leader. Bago na rin akong career. Pero when I have attended this webinar, I realized na hindi ko pala huli para sa akin. Huling buksan yung pangarap ko na matagal ko na gustong gawin.
Virtual workshop may not be the most ideal way to train voiceover artists, but we are so grateful. They're so lucky to be part of it. And we lectured by Voice Master Sir Pachola Gonzalez.
The voice master himself is the only one speaker who shares his words, focusing on his award-winning book, Gusto Kong Maging Voice Talent.
Ang dami kong natutunan na mula pa sa katotohanan.
So from being an ordinary person na hindi hadlang ang pagiging mahirap upang makamit ang iyong mga pangarap. So because of Sir Choi, hands down po ako sa inyo, Sir. May po salamat sa mga advices and inspirational thoughts na sinare niyo po sa amin.
Isa nga po sa tumatak sa aming isipan ay kung paano mas magiging makabuluhan ang paggamit ng ating boses. Atin po ay to inspire and to influence other through sharing our voice talent and our voice skills.
Natutunan din po namin na pahalaga ng boses namin. Di porket pangit ang boses namin, dapat baliwalain na namin yan. Dapat mahalin namin ang sarili namin bago namin magawa ang mga gusto namin sa buhay.
Marami akong natutunan, lalo pat I have this in mind na hindi maganda yung boses ko. But Sir Pocholo reminded us na I have to love my voice. Then I want to prove myself na kaya ng boses ko. Then I want to develop my craft sa pag-voice talent.
It gave me lots of learning towards voice acting, not just through voice acting, but being able to immerse yourself to your own talent, to be motivated, and to never give up in life.
Yung mas tumakas talaga sa akin. Sabi ko, kung gagawa ka ng vision, siguraduhin mo pati yung mga kaibigan at pati yung ayaw sa'yo ay makabalik.
Bilang isang teacher po, yung napakalaking it's a rare opportunity na nag-build
Napakarami po ng learnings at ang nais natin sabihin ay talagang ito yung dahilan upang muli natin buksan ang ating mga pangarap.
Sobrang dami ko po talagang natutunan sa webinar. Alamin mo kung anong boses meron ka. Ito ba ay pang-commercial, pang-anime, or kaya mo rin gumawa ng iba-ibang boses?
Plan B socks, sabi nga ni Sir Choi. So, dapat pala mag-stick ako sa plan A. Mag-stick ako sa kung saan ko talaga nakikita yung sarili ko. Gusto ko maging voice artist.
Maraming salamat, Choi, sa mag-share mo sa amin na expertise mo tungkol sa voice acting. Mag-share mo kung paano yung tamang atake, ano yung tamang delivery ng bawat letra o salita sa script. Share mo sa amin kung ano yung mga dapat i-prioritize namin sa pagpasok namin sa industry.
Nakaka-encourage din, nakaka-inspire din po yung mga sinabi ni Sir Pocholo. And at the same time, nakakatuwa din po yung kanyang plans for creating voices in the voice artist na helping out people who are starting out in the business.
As a participant, I've learned such as mga sikretos sa likod ng dubbing, voice-over, at voice acting. Voice talent versus voice artist. Sir Pocholo also mentioned that it's not too late to fulfill your dreams in the world of voice artists.
Isa po sa mga naging natutunan ko doon po sa webinar po na iyon, kapag sinabi mo voice talent, nag-base lang siya doon sa kikitain yung pera. Pero pag sinabi mo po na voice artist ka, passion mo yun. So kahit may matanggap ka man o wala, may mapapakinabangan ka man o wala, gagawin mo yun in the sake of your passion.
Salamat din po for laging pagpapaalala at pagmumungkahi to create positive change, and our voice is a gift from God, and to share, to care, to give.
This was a really huge push for me to continue pursuing the craft, having zero background in the industry and in the field. So right now, I feel more equipped to move forward because of Sir Pocholo's experiences and advice. Thank you so much.
Isang papuri at pasasalamat kay Ginoong Pocholo de Leon Gonzales, the voice master, at sa Creative Voices dahil isa ako sa napili upang lumahok sa webinar. Gusto kong maging voice talent.
Aside from embracing and loving my voice, I learned that it takes passion to pursue this field.
Kasi nga, base doon sa natutunan ko, hindi porket maganda ang boses mo, pwede ka na maging voice artist.
Pero, sa mga mensahe po ni Sir Choi, mas naging interesado akong maging voice artist.
Ang dami na magagandang bagay na sinabi mo at isang bagay sobrang naaalala ko ang ngayon. The ability of availability. Hindi siya ganun kadali
not everyone can do it. Having that kind of mindset of being available every time, opportunities will always rise. So that's something na gusto ko. Doon sa lahat ng sinabi mo.
I must say that while this crisis is happening, my mind and my goal become stronger to pursue what I love. It was really full of real talk and newness as well as authenticity. I am so lucky to be part of it. Marami po akong natutunan na pwede kong magamit sa profession ko ngayon as a teacher or a kindergarten teacher.
Ang profession na ito ay hindi lamang pala parang laro-laro lang. Kayo po ay napaka-generous to teach us live last Saturday. And alam ko po na hindi pa yun ang last. Marami pa po akong matututunan sa inyo. I'm looking forward to that.
Tumatak sa isipan ko yung tinatawag nating having the right mindset, the right attitude, the right discipline, and the right motivation upang maging successful kang voice artist or voice talent.
Doon ko na-realize that voice acting is really an art. Hindi lang siya basta talent na gusto mong monetize because that wasn't really yung drive or yung motivation for the first place kung bakit gusto mong voice artist.
Hindi po kami naparito para kumita ng pera. Kundi narito po kami para ibigay yung 100% namin. Yung passion namin ipakita. Yung respeto namin sa kanyang craft ito. Na nandito rin kami para tulungan din yung mga susunod na generasyon namin. Pinanghawak ang mga harap na namin sa voice artist.
And dahil dyan, lalo tuloy akong na-convince na pagpatuloy ang karir ko dito sa voice acting. And of course, I'm willing to learn more.
I would also like to commend and to thank the whole Creative Voices for having the passion and dedication not just to promote voice acting as an art but also to help someone like us na nagsisimula pa lang mga arap.
And I am thankful din po kasi marami akong marami akong nagiging. So I'm very honored na nakasama sa
Muli, siyempre, hindi na kami natutog. Hindi na kami instrument sa skill set na ito. Of course, kung paano maging professional sa industry.
Keep up the good work of sharing your gift and your voice to us. Maraming salamat po sa pagkakataon.
Iyan ang tunay na voice master. Kaya sa iyo, Consuelo de Leon Gonzales na masabi ko, maraming salamat! Wow!
Siyempre, Voices, Creative Voices.
Magandang araw! Magandang araw!
Magandang araw! Magandang araw!
Maayong adlaw!
Magandang araw! Magandang araw! Magandang araw!
Naririnig mo ba ako?
Nakakapanibago.
Matagal na tayong hindi nakikita. Kumusta ka na? Ilang araw na ba ang lumipas?
Naalala mo pa ba ako?
Oo, ako to.
Yung araw-araw gumigising sa'yo pagpatak ng alas 5 ng umaga.
Iwan mo tuta na patuloy na kumakayod sa bitla ng traffic.
Yung mataray na babaeng nakikipagpunahan sa nasakayan ng bus at kukato.
Yung batang mahigpit na nagpahawag sa kanya nanay sa LRT.
Yung pamilyar na boses na nagsasabing paparating na sa Letigo Monte Station.
Yung pala kaibigang maganda at parati mo nakakasalubo papunta ang opisina.
Ako nga talaga to. Magkakaibang boses.
Magkakaibang kwento.
Ngunit, pinag-isahan na nakalagay.
Para sabihin.
Para sabihin.
Para sabihin.
Iligtas mo ang iyong sarili.
At ang makaragami,
Makakapaghintay yung mga bagay-bagay.
Just like your next flight abroad. Or your cravings from that fast food restaurant.
Ang iyong pinaghirapang diploma, ang iyong hinihit-hing pangarap.
At ang iyong matamis na oo.
Ngunit hindi ang pagkakataon.
sa loob ng bahay.
Iligtas mo ang iyong sarili. Pati na ang mga nakararami.
Gamitin mo ang pagkakataong ito para magkwento. Tuloy ang kwento. Padayon ang istorya.
Ituloy ang istorya. El istorya continua. Isundo mo yung istorya.
Padagos lang ang satuyang istorya.
Padayon ang imong sugilanon.
Tuloy ang kwento.
Sapagkat hindi dito natatapos ang lahat.
Sa loob ng bahay.
Naglayo man ng distansya.
Pero pinagtibay ng pagkakataon. Magkakaibang boses.
Magkakaibang kwento.
Isang paalala mula sa Creative Voices Production, Voice Acting Academy Philippines, The Voice Acting Project, Creative Sound Studios, at ng Voice from Home.
Nakaranas ka na ba ng ganito kalaking pagsubok? Malinis ang hangin, ngunit kailangan magsuot ng face mask. Maluwag ang kalsada, ngunit hindi maaaring makalabas sa sarili mong syudad. Malinis ang ating mga kamay, ngunit bawal tayong makipagkamay. May oras sana tayo para sa ating mga kaibigan, pero hindi naman natin sila makasama at mapuntahan. May oras kang magluto, pero wala kang maimbita para makasalo. Dumaan na ang ilang Sabado, Linggo at holiday, pero hindi mo na namamalayan. Yung may pera, hindi alam kung saan ipaibili. Yung walang pera, hindi alam kung saan ito kikitain. Bakante ang iyong oras pero hindi mo matupad ang iyong mga pangarap. Kung meron kang kamag-anak o kaibigang pumanaw na hindi mo maaring masilayan sa huling sandali. At ang salarin sa lahat ng ito nasa paligid lang. Ngunit hindi natin makita. Sadyang puno ng kabalintunaan ang mundo. Ngunit ganon pa man, maaari mong piliing maging positibo.
Alright! Good evening po sa inyong lahat. And welcome to The Voice Within. My name is Tori Agkawili, your host for tonight. At kamusta po kayo mga kapulso? Ayan, at sobrang happy ako at excited ngayong gabi dahil marami tayong tatalakayin. Ayan, at napakaganda talaga ng topic natin ngayon, mga kapulso. Ayan, at sa mga ating mga kapulso na nanonood ngayon, we encourage everyone, ayan, na i-share itong stream na to kasi I'm sure marami sa atin ang makaka-relate na to dito sa topic natin na to, especially that we are experiencing this situation that we have right now, itong ang COVID virus. Pero syempre, itong gabing ito, hindi magiging successful without my co-host. Kaya sa ating mga kapulso, handa na ba kayo na i-welcome ang aking co-host? Kaya naman, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure and honor to present to you the host of Voice Talk, and he is the puppy on the block. Ladies and gentlemen, palakpakan po natin, Papi K!
Hey!
Hey! Hello! Kamusta ka, Papi K?
Okay naman. I think I have enough energy tonight para sa ating topic. Alam kong maraming nag-aabang nung pag-uusapan natin ngayong gabi. Simula pa lang nung nilabas natin yung poster kanina, marami ng feeling ko na-excite at marami makaka-relate. And I myself, I'm really excited. Actually, I'm really excited to be here again sa The Voice Within. No? Thank you very much for inviting me.
This is your second time with us. So, kamusta naman ang experience mo, Papi K?
Ay, so far, alam mo, itong show na to, medyo maikli, no? Pero marami kang matututunan, no? Like nung previous episode na kasama mo ko, we learned something about our responsibility sa social media, no? Yung mga shinare dun sa episode na yun, ang daming namulat, no? Before I post, yun nga yung parang tagline dun eh, think before you click. I think medyo marerelate natin yun sa topic natin today, no? Kasi yun nga, kailangan mo ng pag-isip and make sure na before you even post that picture, post that comment, or share, kung ano man yung kailangan mo i-share, yun yung natutunan natin. You have to think a lot of times before you even post it on your social media account. Diba, Tori? So,
yes.
Yun pa lang, may natutunan na ako. What more dito, sa topic natin tonight, I'm really excited. Kasi, yes.
Go ahead. Actually, parang nga magkadikit talaga sila, di ba? Parang magkadugtong talaga sila. Kasi, di ba, sa social media, ang dami ding emosyon ang lumalabas, di ba?
Oo.
Sari-sari. Oo,
Yeah.
may imbir na kasi hindi nakaka-receive ng ayuda. Meron naman masaya kasi hanggang ngayon wala pa ring pasok, di ba? Meron naman iba. Dahil nga sa sobrang tagal nating naka-quarantine, yung iba dito nakakakilala ng mga kapamilya, ng kaboses, ng ka-love life.
Oo.
Diba?
That's true, oo. Tsaka yung alam mo yun, yung iba kasi sa atin, this is somehow challenging yung makulong sa bahay for a long period of time kasi extrovert sila. Nasanay silang mag-socialize. So now that they are by themselves inside the house, medyo struggle yung probably pag extrovert ka tapos nakulong ka sa bahay, ang daming mga pumapasok sa isip mo and then ang daming emotions na naipon and then there goes anxiety of the threat of the virus that we have in the country. Kaya alam mo yun, so lahat tayo makaka-relate dito. Kaya naman before we proceed sa ating mga kapulso, mga kaibigan namin ni Tori at nanonood, please feel free to share this stream kasi alam namin maraming matututo at maraming may kailangan nito ngayon. Tama ba yun?
Maraming may inspire, maraming motivate kasi dito talaga sa Voice Within, ayan, talagang ito talaga yung purpose nitong show na to really inspire and motivate. Ayan. Kaya naman, we are encouraging everyone din, kung meron kayong mga life stories na gusto nyo din i-share, ayan, sa amin dito sa Voice Within, you are free, you are welcome actually you are free to message us anytime kung tungkol ba yan sa family, sa life, sa love, sa career, sa business, rising from failure, ayan, trying again, passion, forgiveness, energy, at kung ano-ano pa yan. We encourage you na to message us para pwede kayong mag-guest dito sa show. Ayan.
That's true. And also, sa topic natin today, sige, i-reveal na natin kung tungkol saan nga ba yung pag-uusapan natin ngayon.
Oo, tungkol saan nga ba, Papi K?
Yes, ang pag-uusapan kasi natin yan, it has something to do with our emotions and how to deal with our emotions or how to acknowledge our emotions. And I'm talking about emotional intelligence. Alam mo, exactly. yun na yung topic natin.
Alam mo, nung kanina din, nagkakaroon tayo ng briefing about this topic, napapaisip din ako Kasi parang ang lalim talaga ng hugot itong emotional intelligence. Kaya nangyari, napa-research talaga ako.
Wow!
Ang sabi nito, ayan, kay kaibigang Wikipedia, ayan, sabi niya daw, Ang emotional intelligence is a capability of individuals to recognize their own emotions and those of others, discern between different feelings and label them appropriately, use emotional information to guide thinking and behavior, and manage, adjust emotions to adapt to environments or achieve one's goal. Pero ano-ano nga ba yung mga type ng emotions? Pakitaan mo nga kami, Papi K, paano ang galit?
Oh my gosh, hindi ako actor. Hindi ako magaling. Sobrang, alam mo, yan ang problema ko. Alam mo, kaya hirap na hirap ako doon sa mga hindi ko naman tinry mag-TikTok challenge. Yung mga, I don't know, yung mga pa-duck face or, di ba, dati pag nag-selfie may emotion, hindi ko magawa. Hindi kayang tumunod nung facial muscles ko for that. Pero yeah. But
talagang masayahin ka talaga. Pero that is an example of emotion, di ba? Happiness.
Yeah. But actually, this is one of the probably the best examples sa emotional intelligence. Mamaya pag-uusapan natin yan. And I know yung guest natin na tatawagin mamaya. She's very passionate. Equipped and passionate about this topic. Kaya alam mo, di talaga ako makapaghintay na makasama natin siya dito sa show. Pero habang wala pa siya, alam mo yun, ikaw ba, Tori, meron ka na ba na experience na, I don't know, from work or from family or friends na na-test talaga yung emotions mo na you were trying to control it and you're trying to manage your emotions?
Actually naman, di ba? Tao lang tayo. Sa araw-araw, nakikipag-deal talaga tayo sa emotions natin. Di ba? Lalo na pagka ikaw ay isang, kagaya ko, pamilyadong tao, syempre nandyan yung anak, nandyan yung asawa, minsan makakita ka ng kalat, yung emosyon mo. Talagang tataas ka agad, di ba? Pagka naman nilalambing-lambing ka naman ng mahal mo sa buhay, iba naman yung feeling of kilig, di ba? Yun naman yung nararamdaman mo. Pagka minsan may nakaka-bad trip lang talaga, di ba? Yun din yung nararamdaman mo eh. Yung mga iba't ibang klaseng emosyon. Actually, talaga, everyday talaga, yan talaga yung, hindi naman struggle, pero dinideal talaga natin araw-araw. Tama ba, Papi K?
That's right. So, meron talaga tayong iba't ibang emotion. Actually, siguro nga, in a span of an hour, baka iba't ibang emotions yung kaya mong magkaroon, no? And that's normal. That's normal kasi we're human. We're entitled to have our emotions. Now, syempre, meron pa rin thin line between yung acknowledging our emotions. Ay, magagalit ako kasi ganito ako, pero I'll papakita ko sa kanila ng ganito. Or nakita akong post na trigger si ako.
Totoo yan. Diba?
Keyboard warrior talaga, no? Again, you are entitled to your own emotion. But then again, there's always, di ba, sabi nga ni Spider-Man, ni Spider-King. Ayan. With great power. Hindi pala, si Uncle Ben pala yun. With great power comes great responsibility. So our words have powers. Yung pag-post natin sa social media or whenever we say things to other people, probably our family or our team members in the company, we are responsible for that power, no? And our words is one of those things. Ngayon, bago tayo, may pag-usapan pa ulit yung
responding, di ba? Dun sa mga sitwasyon, iba't ibang klaseng scenario sa buhay.
Yes. So, you just mentioned about responding, no?
Yes.
Pero bago yan, mag-respond muna tayo sa sinabi ni host Shane. Hi, host Shane!
Hi!
Gusto ko sinabi niya. Bago tayo bumati sa ating mga...
Ayan. Ganda ng topic.
Ayan, salamat. Sana kasi ganda po ang topic ni Japan.
Pero talaga na mo talaga, Papi. Mukha ka talagang broadcaster dyan. Ako, ewan ko.
Kaya, nagulat ako pag napasok mo sa screen. Wow! Miss Tori!
Alam ko ano yung struggle ko dito kasi ang hirap talaga mag-host at the same time nagmo-moderate ka ng stream.
Yes. ma-appreciate yung kapulso natin. No? Pero grabe, ang yung outfit today and your earrings and your grooming today, halatang pinaghandaan mo naman talaga tong topic and everything.
Idadaan na lang natin sa ganito kahit na medyo natataranta ako dito sa pag-moderate. Ayan.
Ako, as always, dinadaan sa pailaw. Patayin mo yung ilaw dito. Wala na. Ayan, daan natin sa pailaw.
Right. Diba? Yung talaga yung mga natututunan natin sa mga webinars na ina-attendan natin sa Creative Voice.
Oo naman. Natutunan natin kay Kuya Pat at kay Sir Choi. Di ba, pagka nag-host ka, you look one notch higher or you look your best, no? Hindi parang nasa bahay. Although nasa bahay tayo. Pero grabe effort to Pinaganda ko. Sabi ko, ano kaya susuot ko mamaya sa The Voice Within? No?
Oo. Saka hindi na din naman tayo nakakalabas. Sayang din naman yung mga outfit na binili natin noon. Bago mag-quarantine, di ba? Since meron naman tayong pa-show, why not? Nasuotin natin tong mga to, di ba?
Oo, medyo matagal ko nang dinusuot tong polo ko to. Sabi ko, makapagputi nga para mukha naman akong kagalang-galang.
Pero bakit sila? Matanong ko lang. Going back dun sa ating topic for tonight. Kasi nga, di ba, most of us, especially itong pandemic na to, talagang halo-halo talaga yung emosyon na nararamdaman natin. Kamusta ka nung nag-lockdown tayo ngayong pandemic na to? Actually, JCQ medyo lumuwag na nga di ba? So, kamusta ka, Pinky? How did you cope up? Nakaranas ka ba ng anxiety, ng fear, na baka hindi ka na makabalik sa work? Ayan. Tell us about your experience, sis.
Well, that's a very good question, no? Maybe it's a good thing that somehow yung guest natin tonight, kasi she's a close friend of mine, somehow before even all these things happened, we already had yung mga heart-to-heart talks in the past. And one of which, ito nga, how you deal with how you acknowledge your emotions. So, what happened here, and ako yung tipo na tao, okay lang sa akin kung lalabas ako, okay lang din sa akin na magstay ako sa loob ng bahay. I can stay inside the house or inside my room, no? Not the whole day, bababa lang ako para kumain. Okay lang sa akin yun. As long as I can do something, like I can play the guitar, I can parang go on Facebook, watch YouTube, play games. I'm okay with that. Marami sa atin, and even myself, na-experience yung fear of, teka lang, paano ako makakabayad ng mga bills ko? Kasi nasa loob lang ako ng bahay. Like sa atin, mga hosting, wala yung hosting. Paano to? Paano to? Paano babayaran yung iba kong mga bills? And yan nga, syempre, aside from myself, yung family ko, yung sila papa, sila kuya, parang, and yung rent. Sabi ko, paano? Lahat ng binabayaran ko. And then, nangyari na there was a time na we were on forced leave na no pay. So parang, wait. Kaya ko ba? Makasurvive ba ako?
Yes.
And a lot of people experience that. Palike lang po at pa-heart sa mga na-experience yun. Medyo ko lang. It's not an easy emotion to handle. Pero siguro ako, I can honestly tell you, Tori, I didn't panic. I didn't worry about it. Why? One, kasi somehow...
Bakit hindi ka what is your secret? Kung bakit hindi ka nag-worry, hindi ka nagkaroon ng mga panic attacks? Ayan.
Kasi meron pa akong Gcash. Hindi, joke lang. Oo. Meron pa akong Gcash. Hindi, joke lang. Kasi, I went through a very stressful time. I think some of my friends told me, na yung psychologist friends, some of them told me na baka you're going through depression. Maybe you need a professional help, no? When I went through that time. And then a lot of my psychology friends, psychologists, basta yun. They gave me some tips. Ito, try mo pakinggan. Ito, try mong gawin to. And then one of which is yung pinakinggan ko yung sa Spotify, yung kay Dale Carnegie na 14-day worry, ano yan? 14-day cure. Yun, to your worries. And alam mo yun, yung instead of focusing on worrying, teka lang, ito yung problema ko, worry, I try to think of paano ko ba ma-address to? What can I do para hindi ako mag-worry?
Ano nga ba?
So, hindi ko sasabihin ko ano yung mga ginawa ko. Medyo lang. Pero,
sure naman, kasi baka yung iba yung tips sa'yo, no? Ayan.
So, one thing, siguro nakatulong na rin na I was sort of prepared, not really sort of, pero I was somehow prepared when this happened. So, nung na-force leave ako, somehow, meron pa akong savings. May natira pa sa akin. And that's just one thing. Pero, hindi naman lahat may savings. And I cannot say na malaki yung savings ko. It just happened na meron lang ako na itabi that time. And another, kasi I always believe in law of attraction.
Mm-hmm.
The law of attraction, yun yung sabi, you start thinking about things, and whatever you think, you are sending that energy to the universe, and the universe will conspire to send that back to you. So if you think about, naku, mababaw na ako sa utang, naku, magugutom yung pamilya, ano yung papakain ko sa pamilya ko? Hindi ko lang. Kasi mabubuti din, joke lang. Ano yung papakain ko sa pamilya ko? Diba? When you always, and you dwell on that emotion, that is the energy that you will send to the universe, and yun din yung ibabalik din yung universe. Ito, dun sa mga nagtatrabaho, alam ko na experience yun na to. One day, nagising ka. Pagkagising mo, nagulat ka sa relo, and napamura ka kaagad. Late na ako. Nagmadali ka ngayon, bangon ka, balikwas ka, punta ka sa banyo, habang nalilito ka, sinasabi mo sa relo, naku, late na ako. Habang kumakain ka, hindi, malilate na ako. Right? And then, what happened was, sige, bis ka, paglabas mo ng bahay, sige, naku, malilate na ako. Nagmamadali ka. Pagdating mo sa kanto, wala ka masakyan jeep.
Pero nangyayari talaga yan, Papi.
Yung pa nangyari, malilate na ako eh. May nasakyan ka, jeep mo lang na kalahating puwet yung nakaupo, di ba? Kung 25. And then, habang umaandar yung jeep, sabi mo, malilate na ako, biglang dumaan sa gasolinahan. Paborito yun. Di ba? Laging ganun. Kung kailan malilate ka na, bigla pang dadaan sa gasolinahan.
I can
halos murahin mo na yung driver kasi malilate ka na nga, dumaan pa sa gasolinahan, then okay na, nakalis na. Sige, anong bilisan mo na? Tapos lahat ng stoplight, literal na stop. Diba?
Oo, minsan na lang nangyari talaga eh. Parang ang mahal na talaga ng araw.
Diba? And then you are full of negativities now kasi, ano ba yung traffic enforcer na yan? Talaga nag-enforce ng traffic, nag-iinit na ulo mo. Pagdating mo sa opisina, ayan, malapit ka na malate. Dun sa turnstile, yung parang gate, yung nag-took ng ID, ang haba din ng pila. You're running late. Pagdating mo, pagka-clock in mo, late ka nga. Now, my point is, it all started with the law of attraction. You started your day attracting that energy that you will be late. Diba? That's what I learned eh. And I have proven this in my experience. There was one day na ganun din na 30 or 1 hour na lang shift ko na. And I have training. But then I learned law of attraction na noon time na yun. So, sige, okay lang. I'll do my best na to prepare as fast as I could. Tapos, pagkasakay ko ng jeep, yung jeepney driver parang race car driver eh. Sobrang bilis. As in, halos walang hintuan. Dumating ako sa office 15 minutes earlier than my time. And I was like, yung pala yung epekto nun. And another experience was, normally, marami sa atin na nakaka-experience, yung 1 week before sweldo, ito na po yung critical wallet day. Tama ba yun?
Dumadaan lang sa kamay mo yung sahod mo.
Oo. Tapos 1 week na lang before sweldo, ito na yung halos namomroblema ka na, delata na yung kakainin mo. Hindi naman masama yung delata, pero ito yung hindi mo na alam sa huhugutin yung kakainin mo.
Kung talaga naka-budget na lang talaga, yung pagka nalaglagan ka ng 5 piso, ang laki-laking bagay.
Yun, hindi ba, paano ko uuwi? Right? So, I also experienced that. And nung time na yon, I was so worried. I only have 50 pesos left in my wallet. And ilang araw pa, sorry, nagbibinata. ilang araw pa bago yung sweldo. So I was like, sige, kaya yan, makasurvive ako niyan. What happened was, all throughout the week, nung time na yon, pag may training ka for like 8 hours, meron kang food stub sa company namin. And binigyan nila ako ng training for the whole week.
Wow!
So, hindi ko na problema ngayon yung pagkain, yung 50 pesos ko at the end of the week, nung dumating yung sweldo, meron pa akong natitira sa 50 pesos.
Malaking bagay din yung food stub na yun.
Yes. And I didn't really worry kung saan ako, kung paano ako kakain. It just happened. You know, yung parang sinabi mo sarili ko, hindi, okay, makakasurvive ako dito. Kaya yan. Di ba? Just keep that positivity in you. And then you are attracting that energy. Di ba? Ikaw, halimbawa, may experience ka na ba din, Tori, na yung nag-aaral pa tayo, tapos, hindi pa ako nag-aaral, babagsak na ako dito. Kahit nag-aaral ka na, no? Nag-aaral ka na, babagsak ako dito, ano ba to? Paano ba to exam na to? Naku, baka bumagsak ako. Pag bumagsak ako,
diba? Tsaka naniniwala ko, there's power talaga in our words. So kung ano talaga sinasabi natin, talagang nagmamanifest talaga. Diba? Parang pang magnet.
Right. So, going back to your question, sorry, medyo napakwento ako doon kasi I think that would help yung to manage yung one way that I manage my emotions right now is yung I'll think of yung silver lining, sabi nga ni Catriona Gray, no? I'll look on the positive side of things. Tingnan natin, paano ba natin masosolve to? Kasi you cannot solve it by just worrying. So look for solutions.
Yes.
You also learned from Dale Carnegie, yung sabi niya, a well-stated problem is a problem half solved. So, ako...
Bakit explain, Papi K? Ang lalim na.
You have to know what your problem is. And sometimes, or most of the time, you have to write it down. Ano ba yung problema ko? Kasi marami sa atin, we feel, I don't want to use depressed, we feel frustrated, we feel disappointed, we feel mad about something, or we feel sad because of our problems. The question is, what is your problem? Di ba? We don't know what our problem is. Hindi natin alam. Ano ba talagang problema ko? Bakit ako sad? Sad ako, emo ako ng emo dito. Hindi ko naman pala alam. Pag tinanong mo, ano mang problema? Hindi ko rin alam eh. Then how are we going to deal with that problem? How are we going to address that problem if we don't know what that problem is?
Totoo yan.
So, yun yung una kong tinatanong sa sarili ko, like during this lockdown. Okay, so ano yung problema? Okay, sige. Meron akong babayaran na bills like sa rent, sa car, sa motorcycle. So sabi ko, teka lang, medyo marami yun. And kung no work, no pay ako, then how am I going to pay those bills? So sige, tingnan ko, what can I do? So what I did, hinanap ko yung website ni Toyota, and then of course yung bank na where it's financed. And then yung sa motorcycle, then ganun din yung hinanap ko. You know what happened, Tori?
What happened, Papi K? Bakit nga pala Toyota?
Ay, Toyota. Ay, kasi yung sa car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what happened was, when I checked the banks, meron pala yung bayanihan something na law. So, they adjusted. Hi, Papi. Hi, dog. Sa dog ni Tori. Right. Meron pala yung bayanihan na pinasa, bayanihan law, I'm not sure about that, na they're following it na yung deadline, they're moving it a month or 2 kasi 2 months or yata na move. They moved it. So ngayon, yung nakalaan kong pera, ilalaan ko ngayon sa budget sa pangkain, sa allowance sa bahay. So naka-survive. Kahit paano. With, sabi ko sa sarili ko, alam mo, kaya pala, hindi ako nag-worry ng mga nakarang araw. Hindi ko pinagyayabang. I'm sorry if it sounds like I was bragging, but I was just so happy na buti na lang pala, hindi ako nag-worry kasi the universe itself, and of course, with the help of God, God found the ways for me kasi it's already beyond my control. Kasi, di ba? Ganun naman eh. Normally, when do we kneel down? When the world is crushing on us and it's already bigger than ourselves. And hindi na natin kaya. Di ba normally pagka ito yung medyo mali, pero normally ito yung nangyayari eh. Pupunta tayo kay Lord pag di na natin kaya. Tama ba? Di ba? Lord, di ko na kaya. Kayo na po bahala. When all of these things, di ba? It's better with him. So, it's better with him. He can find ways. There's nothing impossible. So, why worry? Diba?
So, ayan, Papi K, diba? Bakit nga ba mag-worry? Ako actually, ngayong quarantine na season na to, siyempre kahit pa paano, nakaramdam din ng worry kasi ako, wala naman akong ibang job. Talagang full-time ako sa events. So, events planning and event hosting. So, nung nag-lockdown nung ina-announce na magla-lockdown, ganyan. So, biglang lahat ng clients postponed na yung mga events. Ayan, yung iba, well, wala naman talagang literally nag-cancel, pero talagang postponed. Like, umaabot na ng mga 2022 yung mga events. Seryoso. Ayan, so sabi ko, paano na? Kasi syempre ang hirap nang wala kang income. Diba? As in, zero income talaga. Tapos, syempre, pamilyadong tao, ang dami nating binabayaran, nandyan yung mga bills, nandyan din yung food, diba? So sabi ko, paano? Pero syempre, hindi naman ako nagpatalo sa ganung worry. Syempre, tao lang din naman tayo. Minsan talaga, may isip natin, mag-aalala tayo for our family. Yan, especially sa daughter ko. Pero sabi ko, hindi, kailangan ko tong labanan. Syempre, talagang pinatibay ko yung spirituality ko. Talagang everyday, though before, lagi naman talaga ako nag-pray. Pero it's not something that I do first thing in the morning. So, ang ginagawa ko talaga nitong pandemic na to, pagkagising ko, yun talaga kagad yung, ginagawa ko. Nagde-devotion talaga ako. I read scriptures. Ayan, kasi parang sa sobrang dami mong naririnig na boses, minsan hindi mo na alam kung ano yung pakikinggan mo, di ba? Kasi sobrang daming negative. Ang dami sa news, manood ka ng news, di ba? Parang, lalo kang makahawa sa negativity. So sabi ko, ayokong magpakain dun sa ganun. So talagang pray and pray and pray. At yun, syempre, pagka meron kang word ni Lord, meron kang pinangahawakan eh. So that makes me stronger every day. Tapos ang ginawa ko din, para din na syempre, kasi parang for me, pagkabagsak kasi talagang spirituality mo, parang everything else, maghahawa-hawa emotionally, mentally, di ba? Kasi parang wala ka na eh. Parang, as in, wala ka ng pinanghuhugutan ng lakas. Pero pagka, if you know that there is someone stronger, powerful than you, sovereign one than anyone, yun, mas dun ka lumalakas. Dun ka mas nagiging matibay. Tapos yun nga, so what I did, so aside from praying, talagang exercise talaga ako araw-araw. Totoo yan, Papi K. Dati sobrang tamad ako mag-exercise, pero ngayon, talagang everyday right after my devotion, nag-exercise naman ako. Kasi bakit? Kasi nga battle of the fittest, di ba? Lahat. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So when I work out, kumbaga tinitrain ko din yung mind ko na maging disiplinado sa sarili. Kasi syempre pagka nasa bahay ka din, parang imbes na maging productive ka, 'di ba? Ang daling ang daling maging tamad, alam mo yun, ang daling lata, di ba? Aminin natin yan, ang daming distraction sa bahay. So parang imbes na makakaisip ka ng gagawin mo, parang wala, ayan na lang natin, minsan tatamarin ka na lang, alam mo yun? Or kung di ka tatamarin, iisipin mo lang nang iisipin yung mga negative. So yun yung ways ko para talaga labanan yung fear, yung anxiety. Kasi parang dinivert ko talaga yung utak ko, dinivert ko talaga yung, kumbaga yung emosyon ko din, talaga, na para hindi talaga ako tablan ng anxiety na yun.
Right,
Ayan.
right. It's easy to be anxious right now, no? And again, we are not taking that away from everyone. No, we are all entitled to that. But then again, kapag nagpalaman tayo doon, di ba? Lalong hindi makakatulong no? Hindi makakatulong. So wait lang. Ayan. So I think okay. So, di ba? Before natin tawagin yung guest natin tonight, which I know we are very excited, no? Tama.
Yes. I can see her na from backstage.
Yeah. So bago natin siya i-introduce, ito kasi yung for me na nakatulong sa akin, yung 90-10 principle. Aside din sa law of attraction. My mentors have taught me that marami sila na nagturo sa akin yung 90-10 principle. You know, it's 10%, it's just 10% yung nangyayari sa paligid natin, which is this. I know, sabihin natin, "Hoy, grabe 10% lang yan. Grabe na kaya ang 2020. Kala mo halfway through pa lang tayo, grabe na." But yeah, it's just 10%. But 90% of it comes from how we react on these things. Right? Kung magpalaman tayo sa takot, sa anxiety,
lalo tayong matatakot.
Lalo lang tayong matatakot. But then, the question is, how are we going to deal with it? And to answer that, how we are going to deal with it, speaking of which, partner.
Na ako kasi talagang tayo naman kasi hindi naman tayo expert about emotional intelligence, and ang guest natin for tonight ma-explain talaga ng mabuti sa atin kung ano nga ba talaga, kung paano nga ba natin ma-handle yung mga ganong klaseng emotions, yung mga negative emotions.
Tama. And ayun, na-share lang natin experiences natin and our knowledge about it. But then it's still different kapag galing dun sa pinag-aralan talaga nila to and they're expert, they are practitioners of this, no? So, pakilala na ba natin ang guest natin ngayong gabi? I know she's very excited to share her passion.
Yes.
Right, so,
pakilala natin Papi K.
Yeah, so mga kaputso, bago natin pakilala ang ating guest tonight, please make sure that you share this to your friends kasi sobrang maganda at mahalaga itong pag-uusapan natin. Alright? So please share this. Tawagin nyo na yung mga kapamilya nyo kasi alam ko makakatulong to sa kanila. Now, to introduce our guest tonight, she has 4 P's. Ano yung tawag sa 4 P's na yun? She's a psychologist, a people developer, PhD student, and a pole babe. Ayan, she's a pole dancer then at the same time as part of her hobby. And a cat mom. She's proud of it. She's proud to be a cat mom. Now, ladies and gentlemen, mga kapulso, mga kaboses at katok, ayan, tama na. Please help me welcome Miss Marie Grace Medina or Miss May.
Hello, good evening, everyone. This is so exciting.
Sabi naman, napaka-talented na. Aside from very intelligent si Miss May, napaka-talented pa.
Sinalo ko lahat ng mga pinasabog ni Lord na talent.
Pangarap ko yun, pero hanggang naging pangarap na lang.
Go, try it. Try it one time.
Hi, Miss May. Magandang gabi and welcome to The Voice Within. And please say hi to the boss.
Hi to everyone. Yun lang. Ganun ba? Hi!
What do you do?
Hindi ako sanay sa ganito. Hello.
Ayan. So, by the way, Tori, no? First time ni Miss May na mag-guest sa ganito. Well, not sa ganito. Pero,
right.
Ito ang hindi na alam ng ibang mga kapatid.
Miss May?
Miss May talaga. Can you just call me May?
May na lang yung sanay kasi.
Ayan.
Ayan, May.
Sounds so formal.
Dito lang kita tatawagin na May, ha?
Yeah.
Napaka-formal na tao.
Buti nga, hindi mamang tao.
Formal medyo ka. Yan. So, May, Tori, hindi mo lang alam. First time niya dito sa Creative Voices and welcome to the show and hopefully ma-invite ka pa namin in the future shows. Pero, nag-guest na rin yan sa ANC.
So long ago, like 3 years ago.
Nag-guest na rin niya sa ANC in a lot of public speaking engagements or seminars about emotional intelligence. Kaya naman talaga, she's just so fit for this topic. Di ba?
Oo nga.
I hope so.
We are so thankful na in a short period of time, talagang sobrang, sobrang late notice. Ayan, thank you so much talaga, Miss May, for guesting tonight. Ayan, kasi...
You're most welcome.
I'm sure talagang buhay ang pwedeng mabago at marami din talaga din ang makaka-relate sa topic natin ngayong gabi.
Well, I don't know about maraming buhay na mababago, but ako, it's always my goal na kahit just one person. If I could just touch the life of just one person and I'll be happy.
Ako nga, di ba na bago buhay mo?
Oh my gosh, really?
Remember, I was in the darkest moment. Remember that time? I was at my lowest. I was at my lowest, rock bottom. And I talked to her, man, that was like life-changing. Mamaya siguro, hopefully may chance na ma-share yan. Pero tingnan natin.
Sige,
okay.
tingnan natin. Gawin ka nating sample.
Question ko lang din po before we hopefully start sa ating questions natin about emotional intelligence. What made you decide to take psychology? Ayan. Gusto ko lang, para lang din sa ating mga viewers.
Really? Babalikan natin yun? Just like, how many years ago? I will not say how many years ago, but it was really a pre-med course for me. That's why I took a BS Psych that time. But when I was in my senior year, I discovered that I don't think I have the passion for medicine to go through the sleepless nights, because for me, sleep was important. So, hindi ko siya kayang i-give up yung tulog ko. And then, I found myself in a call center. When the call center business was just starting at that time, call center pa nga, hindi pa nga BPO ang tawag doon eh.
Yes.
And then, I found myself in the education industry sector, for more than around 9 years actually. So 9 years as a guidance counselor for grade school boys. And it was research on resilience and school stress that actually got me started on emotional intelligence. And then when I left teaching to go into training in the corporate sector naman, I met a very good mentor on emotional intelligence. She was one of the first talaga to bring in emotional intelligence in the Philippines. And I was really just blessed to be taken in as her mentee. And that was it. It became the study of for my master's thesis. And up to now.
Wow.
Something that I would like to go into further sa pagiging pagkadalubhasa ko.
Ayun, pero talaga minsan, yung mga purposes natin, hindi natin siya kagad na nalalaman, di ba?
Correct.
A while, di ba, to discover it. Pero we are so happy that you have finally found your purpose.
Yes. I was 30-something when I discovered that.
Never forget.
Right. Sabi nga, di ba, you will find your purpose when you find your happiness. Di ba?
Sure.
Right.
Ayan.
So Miss May, Miss May
Go
talaga
ahead.
tuloy. May na lang. Hindi ko talaga ako sanay.
Sige, whatever you're comfortable with.
Oo,
Okay lang.
bago ka namin gisahin ng mga tanong, no? Shoutout muna
Sure.
daw ni Mae Medina, ni Marvin Salaveria.
Talaga. Hi, Marvin.
Marvin. Sabi naman ni Chesley Banawa, pa-shoutout po Ninang.
Max.
Future na inaanak. Tinatanda.
Just let me know when.
Right. So again, mga kaboses, mga katok at mga so, please share the stream kasi ito na po ang ating balitaktakan.
Tsaka we encourage our viewers if they have questions or some anything about gusto nila to share, and we are free to use our comment section para sa ating mga questions.
Yes. Bato nyo lang questions or yung mga stories nyo. Sige po, we'll gladly read it.
Read it.
Right. Thank you. Okay.
Right.
Natin.
Sure, game. I'm ready.
Right. So, ang usapan natin ngayon is emotional intelligence, no? Can you, in the, as briefly as you can para maintindihan ng ating mga kapulso, ano ba talaga yung emotional intelligence?
In a nutshell, and this is something that you can easily memorize. It's being smart with feelings. There's an aspect of intelligence, which is being smart, and you're being smart with feelings. That's emotional intelligence in a nutshell. Siguro just to give it a little bit more explanation, emotional intelligence involves essentially your personal competence and social competence. So, are you guys familiar with multiple intelligences? Yes. Like we have kinesthetic intelligence, ito yung mga art, mga sports, mga athletes.
Hindi masyado.
Yung mga those into dancing, yan yung mga kinesthetic. There are those who are linguistic, who have linguistic intelligence. Ayan, yung mga those who are into writing, sila usually yung mga nandyan. Right. Or like this one, talk show host. It requires a lot of linguistic intelligence as well. There's numerical, or madami. Emotional intelligence actually covers two of those multiple intelligences, na yung interpersonal, which is yung social aspect that I mentioned earlier, and intrapersonal intelligence, which is your personal competence. No? So EI, or for some they call it EQ, emotional quotient. It's being aware of your feelings and the feelings or the emotions of others and managing them. No? So there are two factors there, no? Yung awareness and the management, no? Of your emotions, both in yourself and in others. Kaya siya personal and interpersonal. Intrapersonal pala and interpersonal.
Wow. Right. So, two things pala yun, no? Yeah. So, una, yung being aware and how you manage it. And then there's two things pa. So, being aware and how to manage your feelings, and being aware and how to manage other people's feelings.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yun pala.
Ang dami na natin natututunan. Kanina, naalala mo, Papi K, nung sabi ko, by researching a while ago, di ba, ang haba nung sinabi ni Wikipedia. Pero it's very short and sweet, talagang smart with feelings. Yun lang pala.
Right.
Being smart with feelings.
So, di ba? With feeling. Kaya huwag kang pipikit kasi may feelings.
Bawal pumikit.
Yan, may natutunan ka sa akin, Miss May. Yan.
Marami ako natutunan sa iyo. Pero topic ng ibang yan. Ibang araw.
Right. So,
go ahead.
Sorry, I think you have a question to Miss May. No?
Ayan. For the next question, kasi nabanggit na nga lang din ni Miss May about yung emotional quotient. Ano po bang difference ng emotional quotient dun sa intelligence quotient?
That's a very good question. Well, EQ, there's nothing different with EQ and EI. No, they mean the same thing. It's just that EQ was used. It's a layman's term, no, to just differentiate it from intelligence quotient. No, but intelligence, no, the way that we understand it, it's something that's more lasting for people. Usually your IQ, at childhood, it's something that you have it for the rest of your life, unless na lang you have a brain lesion or something sometime in your life, no. But it's pretty stable, your IQ. With EQ, or emotional intelligence, the good news about emotional intelligence is that it's something that can be developed. Now, that's what I love about emotional intelligence and being a people developer. It's something that you can learn, it's something that you can practice and really apply in different situations, whether you're dealing with your children, you're dealing with your coworkers, your bosses, no, you're dealing with anyone for that matter.
I see. So natututunan pala siya. So kagaya ko na maindi ng ulo ko. Marami nakakita ng post ko sa Facebook kanina, yung shinare kong meme. Sobrang dami nag-react doon. Kasi sabi, yung shinare ko kasi sa Facebook ko, sabi kasi sa meme, yung mga gwapo daw, mainitin ng ulo. Nainito ng ulo ko eh.
I'm sure maraming uminit ang ulo nung tayo.
Right. So, yun pala, pwede pala siyang matutunan through practice. So, pero
That's right.
ang tanong namin listening, no, dun sa mga iba na, okay, so hindi ako emotionally intelligent right now. Paano ko ba ma-develop yan? Are there secrets or trades?
Yes. All right. The best way to start developing your emotional intelligence is to start with awareness, self-awareness. No? So that's one of the competencies of emotional intelligence, the awareness of what you're feeling at the moment that you're feeling it. And then self-awareness also involves your ability to name the emotion. So emotional literacy, has a lot to do with it. So how we actually train some of our employees, or Christoph, in one of our training sessions, the training involves naming the emotion. So there are nuances even with emotions. So it's not a simple, you can start with the basic emotions like I'm sad, mad, glad, and afraid. Those are the 4 basic emotions. But there are also nuances to that. So like sad can be, there's depression, and fear, there's anxiety, yung fear sa anxiety. Then there's also yung anger, could be rage as well, or lower kind, or yung lesser intensity could be naiinis lang, or a little bit frustrated. So there are nuances, and it helps to know or to be able to label, identify your feeling, at the moment that you're feeling it. And that is what we call emotional self-awareness. So we start with that. Yes, we start with that. Mindfulness helps. Mindfulness helps in developing awareness as well.
So yung whatever I'm feeling right now, I have to know, teka lang, nagagalit ako. Ganun.
Yeah, you start with identifying the emotion. Well, what is it that I'm feeling right now?
Okay.
That act of thinking about what you're feeling, that is actually already emotional intelligence. It's thinking about what you're feeling. It's being smart with your feeling. Because the moment that you can identify exactly what kind of emotion you're feeling, you have a better way of handling or managing it. Kasi kung para sa'yo sad lang, pero hindi ka sad eh. Pwede palang depressed ka na, hindi lang sad. Pwede palang you feel rejected, no? And it could initially just pag tinanong ka ng mga tao, kamusta ka? Okay lang, sad, yun. Pero sa totoo lang, if hihimayin natin yon, it could be a different feeling. Or a classic example, no, sa mga parents. This one I like to use this as an example. Parents of a teenager child, no, nung pwede pa tayong lumabas. Okay. Teenager, alam mo naman, ang daming mga ways that we can actually get in touch with our parents, right? There's Facebook, there's Messenger, there's text, there's all kinds of ways, no, that you can get in touch with your parents, no? But you come in late, no? Actually, hindi na nga late, umaga na, no? So your parents, no, na who waited up for you, pagdating mo sa bahay, pwedeng magalit sila agad, di ba? Pero kung hihimayin talaga natin yon, actually hindi galit yung totoong nararamdaman ng magulang eh, di ba? It's actually fear, it's worry, no? Ano na kaya yung nangyari sa anak ko? Bakit hindi man lang makapag-text, hindi man lang makapag-message? So there's a lot of worry, no? And yet, what the teenage child actually sees, no, is the anger. Now, if it were fear or worry that the child actually saw first, then perhaps iba yung magiging reaction din ng teenager. Initially kasi pagka nagalit, anong gagawin? Di magdadabog, di ba? Diretso naman sa kwarto. Buwaso lang tayo mag-usap. Diba? So it becomes a chain reaction na galit si mommy or si daddy, galit din ang anak, no? So there's no understanding, no? And it affects the relationship. But whereas if let's say parents or people, hindi lang naman parents, you know, are more aware, no, of what they're feeling, no? At the moment that they're feeling it, then they could manage their emotions better.
So parang kung naging aware ako as a parent na umaga ka na umuwi, imbis na magalit lang, nak, sobrang nag-aalala kami sa iyo. At saan ka ba nagpunta? Mga ganon.
Don't get me wrong, ha? Baka mag-react sa mga ibang parents, ha? There is also there's justified anger. Justified anger, you know, yung for the right reason, you're getting angry at the right time, at the right place. So, minsan, yung right place din. Minsan, nasa public, diba?
It's also an eye-opener para din sa mga anak, or not just anak, pero everyone, lalo na kung halimbawa someone is mad at you, you have to ask yourself as well, saan ba nang gagaling ng galit niya? Tama
yes, ba? Perfect. Yes, you have to try to put yourself you have to try to put yourself in the shoes of the other person, and that is another aspect or competency in emotional intelligence, which is social awareness. So kanina yung self-awareness mo, so this one naman is the awareness of others, no? And you can do that by practicing empathy. You put yourself in the situation of the other person. You can ask yourself, yung exactly what Christoph mentioned, no, na saan ba nanggagaling itong galit niya? Saan ba nanggagaling itong pagkainis niya sa akin? Bakit ba hindi niya ako pinansin? Ba't ba siya nagtatampo? Yung gano'n.
Pag yung pag ibang usapan to pag yung mga jowa na bigla na lang, wala ka namang ginagawa pero hindi ka pinapansin.
Bakit ka hindi pinapansin?
Nakagising ko lang, ganito agad sa akin. Anong problema?
Pero actually, di ba, Miss May, parang habang ini-explain mo, yung awareness nga sa feelings mo at sa feelings ng ibang tao, you get to identify nga kung ano nga talaga yung problema. And then pag na-identify mo yung problema, I believe, magka-come up ka sa solution. Tama po ba?
A better solution. Yes. Uh,
That's true.
yes. An emotionally intelligent choice.
Yun. And speaking of solution, Miss May, kasi 'di ba, a lot of us, yan, most of the Filipinos right now talaga are having anxiety. 'Di ba? Baka nga hindi nga lang Filipinos, baka all over the world kasi talagang yung pandemic na to, hindi lang naman dito sa Pilipinas nararanasan, kundi talaga sa buong mundo. And 'di ba, nandiyan yung United States, talagang ang dami nang nangyayari, may mga lootings and all, ganyan, 'di ba? Talagang yung fear mas lalo talagang nagma-manifest. So, paano po ba natin ma-handle yung ganung klaseng anxiety and stress?
Siguro one thing that I would like to share is that I think we have to be kind to ourselves, kind and compassion to ourselves, because given this unusual situation, and this is a crisis, no? And most of the emotions that we're feeling at this time are normal reactions to a crisis, no? And sometimes even the best of us, even those who are emotionally intelligent for a long time, let's say, can actually have difficulty, managing the different emotions associated with the pandemic that we have right now. One, kasi ang daming nawala sa atin no? So yung frustration level, you want to go out, you cannot. The way that you normally cope with stress would be, let's say, to go out with your friends, be with others, but you cannot do that as well, no? So, yung coping strategy mo na to get social support is limited. Then, for some, they're alone, no? Isolated or in quarantine without their family. And for anyone, na nasa ganong sitwasyon, it's really difficult at this particular time, no? Kasi iba din yung kunyari sanay ka na you live on your own, but you can go out with friends, you have distraction, you can go to the gym, you can watch a movie, diba? You can go to the mall, no? Pero ngayon, hindi Diba? Nasa bahay ka lang. The only time na lalabas ka would be if you're going to buy your essentials. And then when you buy your essentials, there's also that fear na, oh my gosh, what if I catch the virus? Diba? So it can really cause a lot of havoc on our emotions, even those who would normally describe themselves as strong. So kaya I think we have to be kind and compassionate to ourselves and just remind ourselves na meron pa rin naman ako somehow na pwedeng panghugutan ng lakas. We have our inner resources, no? We have our external resources, no, or outer resources. Like, let's say, kayo ba? Saan ba kayo humuhugot ng lakas ninyo if I were to ask you?
Prayers.
Sa peers. So,
peers. And perhaps this is why you set up this one.
Yes. Actually, nag-start mo kung magganitong Kemarut. Nung nag-pandemic, nung nag-lockdown. I just started this. I started setting up studio. Char. Kasi sabi ko parang, okay, maybe I want to do something while I am at home. Again, I think I learned from you na hindi naman kailangan parang hindi ka pinapuwersa na maging productive. Kasi we understand yung situation. Kasi yung iba, hindi, bakit wala kang ginagawa sa bahay? Kami nga, nag-gym, we all have our own ways of coping with the anxiety. And I learned that.
Kaya yung iba, workout ng workout, fine.
Yeah.
Sige, go. Actually, I would support. I would support those who would post their
Yeah.
workouts. It's the way that they would cope with their, they would cope with their situation, no? For
Right.
some
Oo.
naman, grabe yung prayer time nila. And that's fine too, no? That's the way that they would cope, no? So, yun, we encourage at this particular time yung healthy coping behaviors.
Yeah. Talagang i-ano lang talaga, kumbaga i-alis yung isip dun sa negativity. Talagang find something to do that will, boost your
moral, no?
your strength, your moral, kung ano man yung mga kailangan i-boost. Ayan, to be able to cope up with this pandemic. At meron pala dito, Miss May. I think teammate mo siya. Her name
Yes.
is Alohad.
Alohado. Hi, Mels.
Hi. Hi, Miss
Proud
Mels.
teammate here. Question for you. How do we convince leaders or management of the importance of leading with emotional intelligence to the bottom line? This is especially during this trying times.
Wow.
That's a very tough question.
Bakit Tagalog nga, Mels? Grabe naman in English, hindi naman English. Joke lang.
That's a tough one, but it's also a challenging question that I would like to answer. In these particular times, we really need good leadership. In leadership in times of crisis. And I'd like to share with you, if you're familiar with the Prime Minister of New Zealand, my gosh, she's an idol. Her way of really leading this particular time involves direction giving. So there's that element of being strong, being firm. This is what we should do. Yada, yada, yada. Ay, pack. Let's do this. But there's also that element of purpose making, Why should we do this, And it's not just to seek yung compliance na bawal lumabas, okay? Why? Bakit bawal lumabas, di ba? So we have to encourage in the people that we lead that sense of purpose, sense of shared purpose rather. Now we're all in this together. We rise as one.
Yep.
Okay. And at the same time, yung third, which is very much related to emotional intelligence, is empathy. You can be strong and firm, but at the same time, the element of making the people you lead feel that you actually care for them.
Right.
So
That's
if it involves having to connect with them, mga musta ka lang, then do so. Diba? If normally hindi mo siya gagawin noon because you're in the office, magkakasama kayo. This time around, hindi. For all you know, this person is having difficulty, let's say, working from home. Okay? Andyan na single mom, pwede, di ba? And this person would have to take care of kids. And then, online learning pa lahat. How am I going to work? And still, alam mo yun, supervise the schooling of my kids. So, there are a lot of factors with this pandemic that really upended or turned our lives upside down. And all the more that as leaders, we should try to put ourselves in the situation of the people that we lead, our followers, so that I believe that if you build that relationship, if you build that trust with others, then regardless of your setup, na work from home kayo kunyari, kahit hindi mo siya nakikita, that person will move heaven and earth to get things done. That person will still be productive because, nandun. Malakas sa Filipinos yung yung aspect ng utang na loob, And you also get that, if, there's that trust that you build with that person. Parang ang laki ng utang na loob ko dito sa leader ko na ito, no? Talagang I really felt that this person or my boss, no, really cared for me, no, went out
Mhm.
of her way to find out how I am, no, or let's say our leaders went out of their way to really make sure that we have all the resources that we have to
Right.
be able to survive, no, or get through this crisis, no. And that builds trust. That builds trust, no?
True.
And yun yung isa sa mga nakita ko so far, no, in one of the studies, no, or focus group discussions that we're holding, right now at work. That yung sense of utang na loob from the employees, no, and that shows that the company cares. And for them, I'm actually amazed, no. The way that they could really return the favor, parang ganon, no? Or yung gante, sabi na lang nila, no, in their words, yung gante sa company na who showed that they really cared, no, is to do their best, no? To give yung talagang quality output, no? Yun, kasi napakita ng mga leaders that there's trust, that there's empathy there.
Yes, napaka-importante na ganun, Miss May, yung talagang mga ngamusta ka. Kasi, di ba, maaari sa atin, di ba, for me, ako parang madali akong makapag-divert, kumbaga, dun sa sitwasyon. Pero there are some na talagang totally hirap talaga sila.
Hirapan talaga, yeah.
Kung paano lalabanan tong crisis na to.
Yes. And what really helps now at this time, no, is the sense of social support, that there is still support that I can get from others, even if we cannot see each other face to face. No?
Yep.
And that really helps in managing anxiety or depression.
Yeah.
Yun yung isa sa mga key factors niya, social support.
Yeah, I think this is the best time para dun sa salitang kamusta, no? Hindi yung kamusta dahil mangungutang ka lang, no? Diba, nakakatakot ilang taong ka lang din message, tapos biglang, tol, musta? Takot ka, alam mo na susunod dun, So, this is the best time. I really like what you said, Miss May, about your empathy. You put yourself in their situation. Kasi kahit ikaw, you're doing well in your situation, you have managed the emotion well, and hindi ka masyadong problema financially probably, kaya ka okay. But not everybody is like you, no? So yung word na kamusta, to empathize, not yung apathy, no? Empathy, not apathy, sabi nga ni Eliza Fernandez sa comment. Empathy, not apathy. Ang dami kasi ngayon na rambulan sa Facebook at sa ibang social media accounts na hindi, ito yung sa ito yung ginagawa ko, kung ganyan, wala, bobo ka.
Right.
Yeah, yung non-stop bickering on certain topics. Actually, nung una, I was guilty of that. Back in late March and early April, I was going through the bandwagon na, sige, nakaka-trigger itong mga pinagagawa ng mga ito And then I got tired. I got tired.
And so you stopped.
Oo, hindi ako nakakatulong dun sa mga kaibigan na lalo sila na-depress. Lalo sila na-frustrate. So, and then I started, some of my friends, they started, uy, Christoph, kamusta ka? That hit me. Kasi, ay, grabe, kahit busy ka, kahit na ikaw, meron ka sarili na pinagdadaanan, but that simple na, kamusta kayo ng family mo, that meant a lot.
Yes.
No, shout out kay Feliz Ate Van.
Yeah, and hindi lang yung mga ngamusta, and then pagka sumagot na okay na, I've done my part na. It's actually being interested, staying interested, no, in the answer of the person na kinakamusta mo, no, and following up with other questions. Yun.
That's true.
Tapos, it's also good that you mentioned just now, no, Christoph, yung mga at the start, no, yung I would call that emotional contagion. And that's also an aspect of emotional intelligence, no? Yung the awareness that your emotions can actually cause emotional contagion. So kaya kailangan talaga aware ka and hindi mo maipasa ito sa iba. So it's that you're managing your emotions so that in doing so, you also manage the emotions of others and hindi ka nakakahawa, nakakadagdag sa stress ng mga tao. So yun. So we really just have to be aware, and to practice empathy.
So how you influence their emotion, that's also part of emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Empathy and I guess humanity.
Kasi nila maging magaling no? Sobrang gusto nila maging magaling, nakakalimutan nilang maging mabait. Thank you, Mama Des, for telling me that. Kasi sabi ni Theodore Roosevelt kasi no one cares about how much you know, but until they know how much you care.
Exactly.
Tama ba ako doon?
Oh, yes. Sobrang perfect yung sinabi mo, Papi K. But for now, kasi Miss May, as much as we wanted to really extend our time, at least bitin na araw na ito. Ayan, sana magkaroon pa tayo ng part 2, Miss May.
Sure, I'd love to.
Probably next week din.
Yes,
if you're not ayan.
Let's think of another topic about stress management. Work out. How workout helps you. Sorry, ano yun, Christoph?
Sa voice talk naman kita iimbitahin pag Tuesday or Thursday. Yeah.
Sure. Mga dakdakan sessions.
Pero Miss May, before we end this show, what is your best advice to everyone who are watching dun sa pag-manage ng stress, anxiety in general?
It's to practice, I guess, loving kindness. Loving kindness to yourself, loving kindness to others. Yun. Very simple lang.
Practice love and kindness. Wow.
Loving,
simple. Very
loving
powerful.
kindness.
Loving kindness.
Loving kindness.
Or actually,
Nice
ang galing din ni Miss May kasi parang in simple words, na-explain niya na kagad na maiintindihan natin kung ano nga ba talaga emotional intelligence na tinatawag. Kasi ako kanina sabi ko kay Papi K, kasi ang totoo niyan, madami lang akong, emotional lang akong tao, pero intelligence, minsan nawawala yun Pero diba, nakakatuwa kasi kumbaga mas na-address kung ano nga ba talaga yung mga emosyon na nararamdaman natin and how are we going to address it. Diba? Upon addressing our emotions, na-address na din yung mga problems natin and we find better solution to it. Ayan.
Corrected by with a red ball pen, partner.
Yes. just think of emotions as additional information to your situation. And there's nothing wrong with feeling the way that you feel. Yes. And that's one way of practicing loving kindness to yourself. Just that non-judgmental acceptance of what you're feeling, what you're going through.
Wow. Non-judgmental. Bawal ang judgmental. Right?
Guilty ba ako sa'yo?
Pero maganda yun talaga. Kasi nowadays, ang bilis-bilis lang nating mag-judge.
Si Christoph, biktima ko
Lagi
yan.
akong ginajudge.
But because you're my dear friend, that's why.
Right. We're friends. We're true friends. Kaya tayo maghusgahan sa isa't isa. But we know each other. Right. I really learned, kahit sa sobrang ikli ng panahon ng pag-uusap natin, and I hope we'll have second part of this. Kasi ang dami na agad natin ulot in simple terms, para mas maintindihan.
Totoo yan.
Emotional intelligence, ang komplikado, Simple.
Oo. Parang,
diba?
pag sinabi yung emotional intelligence, parang nandyan yung medical terms, di ba? Parang, ang hirap intindihin. Pero, with Miss May, nasabi niya lang, being smart with feelings.
Exactly.
So yung mga may online lambingan at online landian, yan, siguro, tingnan natin, malaman natin ngayon, you have to be smart with feelings.
Bakit?
Genuine nga ba talaga yung...
Bakit ka natatawa, Miss May? Sabi ko lang, di ba kasi ngayon, lahat naka-lockdown, so ang only way is through chat or whatever. So, yeah. Pati hindi niya landian, online na rin, no? So, that's the new norm. So, di ba, we have to be smarter with our feelings.
Nakaka-relate ka ba doon, Papi K?
Hindi po.
Ay, hindi siya nakaka-relate. Siguro yung isa sa mga online guests natin. Nakaka-relate.
Oo, sa mga online guests natin, makaka-relate yan. Pero alam ko na kami nakaka-relate yan. Pero yun nga, you have to consider, baka mamaya bored lang yan. Kasi nakakulong sa bahay. Diba, yan yung mga nakita ko eh. Baka bored lang yan, kaya ka nilalambing. Walang magawa.
Ganun.
So, diba? Ganon!
Oh, pero hindi naman mag-suspend ng time yun with you.
That's another side. So you have to be smarter with our feelings.
Exactly. Correct.
I love this episode.
So then, Miss May, for a part 2 or probably sa voice talk. Ayan.
Sure. I'd love to do this. This is fun. Thank you for this opportunity. Really, I enjoy this.
Ayan. Thank you. Kahit nasa sobrang short notice, and I believe ang dami mong activities na ginagawa for this afternoon, pero maraming salamat kahit naglaan ka ng time for this. Ayan.
Anytime.
Ang nakakatawa kay Miss May kasi talagang she's speaking from the heart. Diba?
Mm-hmm.
Without any palabok, without any presentation. Talagang lahat.
No?
It's very passionate.
Yung preaching, no?
Yeah.
I like it. Thank you so much, Miss May. And of course, thank you so much for co-hosting this show. Ayan. I cannot do this alone. Maraming salamat. And before we end this show, ayan, share ko lang ang ating The Verse Within. So ano nga ba ang ating hugot verse for this topic? Ayan.
From Philippians 4 verses 6 to 8.
Yes.
I should read it na? Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Pero nahanap ko ang ating ayan. Ito na yun.
Ayan.
There. Nakikita na ba siya, Papi K?
Yes.
Yes. At sabi dito, Philippians 4 verse 6 to 8, don't fret or worry. Instead of praying, pray. Let petitions and praises shape your worries into prayers, letting God know your concerns. Before you know it, a sense of God's wholeness, everything coming together for good, will come and settle you down. It's wonderful what happens when Christ displaces worry at the center of your life. So summing it all up, friends, I'd say you'll do best by filling your minds and meditating on the things true, noble, reputable, authentic, compelling, gracious, the best, not the worst, the beautiful, not the ugly, things to praise, not things to curse. Ayan, napakaganda.
Wow, very.
Amen.
Sabi yung phrase, about worrying. So let's stop worrying. Naman to stop, but we manage our worries better. So again, being more smart with our feelings. And again, it has been such an amazing night, mga kapulso. Thank you very much for having me here, May Story. And please, don't forget to follow the page of VG8 if you want to watch this stream again, yung replay. Punta lang kayo sa VG8 Radio Facebook page. And please watch The Voice Within every Saturday, 6 p.m. for another wisdom-filled episode. Again, my name is Papi K. It's been an amazing night. And Miss Tori?
All right. And of course, my name is Tori. Maraming salamat sa ating mga kapulso. And please watch this show every Saturday. And after this, please stay tuned because we will have Voice Acting Night. Ayan, ito na yung patagi sa talento. Ayan, coming from sa ating mga kaboses. Ayan, so panoorin niyo yan kasi I'm sure madaming matutuwa, maaaliw sa inyong lahat. So this has been our third episode of Voice Within. So maraming salamat mga kapuso. I hope you guys enjoyed at marami kayong natutunan coming from our special guest, Miss May. And maraming salamat once again, Papi K and Miss May. And let's do a part 2 of this one kasi sobrang nabitin ako.
Oo, marami pa tayong natutunan, for sure.
Yes. All right.
So, love you, kindness. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So remember, mga kapuso, being smart with feelings. Ayan, be aware of what you are feeling, and of course, being aware then of others' feelings as well. And remember to be kind and compassionate to yourself. So maraming salamat. Always remember, in times you need an inspiration, extra push, and a whole lot of motivation, you can trust the voice within. Thank you so much. Maraming salamat. Please stay tuned. Voice Acting Night coming right next.